This whole story began developing 2 days ago. And from that point on, these terrible events kept on snowballing in a reign of terror that has not abated. The main advice news reporters have been able to get from official sources is to tell private citizens to stay inside their homes, behind locked doors.
A state of chaos and disorder is upon us. Will you take up arms? Will you help us make our last stand? The time is now. Let us be heard as we sing our way into battle.
Beyond, what the fuck is that?
Moving in 3, 2.
Good, Dean. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to see you, Dean. Oh my God.
Point is, you're not going to be Trump, and
You know
all
what?
the money you're wasting could go to better causes. Because I represent science. Take a look what happened. You should see the light from the crown of the king, the king of the night.
much of what's happening in our country today is not normal.
Top shareholders of all of these corporations are Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street, the big three. Doesn't matter how many different companies you look at in all of the different parts of our lives.
And there's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. We will do whatever we need to do to make sure that there's enough cash in the banking system. And there is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.
I am the storm.
Welcome to Spitting Truth with Titus, mateys. This is your captain speaking, and I'm doing my best to bring you the show tonight, but the moment I got my YouTube channel back, I got a cold that made me lose my voice. So, you get one thing back, you lose another, right? Something on my face? I don't think so. All right. It's just the lighting. All right, everybody. Let's roll into the news. Welcome back to the big channel. We got a lot to discuss out there tonight. First, we have making Super Earth great again, mateys. That's why we're really here.
It is good to be back. I have not been back in like a week. Said I would never be back, but I'm back.
But I'm back.
We're gonna make this great again, guys.
They believe in me and I believe in Super Earth.
There you go. It's great to be back, guys. It really is. They believe in me, and I believe in America.
I found this book at the local.
Here we go.
shop
What is this
today.
book about? I found this book.
It was written in 1926 by Major General Count Sheriff Spiridovich. The Secret World Government, or the Hidden Hand, Unrevealed in History, 100 Historical Mysteries Explained. This man is explaining that there is a hidden hand, there is a secret government, and they are of the nature of the individuals who are taking over now, the blues with a J, that they are the ones that have been running society because they made a pact with a god. He calls it Satan, but that's his position. But I want to read to you this very specific. I have to be careful about what. I really was trying to debate whether to put this on the internet at all because it could really get me in trouble. But this particular page, I just want you to see this particular part where he says right here, he's talking about proof of the existence of this invisible world government, this hidden hand. He says, the world is governed by very different personages from what is imagined by those who are not behind the scenes, i.e., not by kings and ministers. Disraeli said not others, but different, which means not the kings, ministers, or other similar men, but absolutely different, possibly even of a different race. Who they are must be known first of all, and only then can we control them and establish peace, but not before. You know how I'm always saying, I'm calling them creatures and creeps? And I'm saying they're not human. I don't know what they are. And this has been my biggest reason around this. I ain't unifying, because I don't know what these things are. This apparently has been known, and this has nothing to do with religion. I'm not talking about religion or race. I'm talking about like a species of a soul or something that's on this planet. And that's what he's talking about here. Yeah, he says, Bismarck, the Iron Chancellor, perceived the existence of invisible forces, but could not or did not wish to formulate them, and called them imponderabilia, powers which no one could fathom. You might. I think I saw where you could get this book, like a free PDF, and read it. I didn't try the link, but I did.
Well, I can fathom who these demons are, and I think we know who they are, and we know who they're under the influence of. This guy right here is going to remind you, no kings out there, okay?
No kings. No kings.
This is America.
No kings.
Hell yeah, based, brother.
No kings.
Which eye am I supposed to be looking at?
In the USA. No kings. No king in the USA. No king. No king. No king. No king.
Well, there you have it, folks. No kings, okay? But actually, it looks like maybe we should have a king. As the Bible says, you may indeed set a king over whom the Lord your God will choose. One from among your brothers you shall set as a king over you. You may not put a foreigner over you who is not your brother. Deuteronomy 17, 14, 15. So there you go. According to the Bible, the best form of government would be to anoint a king from amongst ourselves. So maybe no kings is not the way we should go. Because you're going to go, well, we're living the greatest democracy, whatever, of all time, Titus. Like, what are you talking about? This is not going the way you think it is. Like, the world is not exactly doing that well right now. And pretty much every, like, AI thing they're bringing out, all these demonic, horrible nightmare things, is leading us closer and closer into a Mark of the Beast type system, into a digital nonsense hell that none of us wants. This is all wanted by the central bankers who want to control you and use AI to do so. But here, look, Age of Beyond. If we just let AI take over and completely control everything, this is the beautiful future that we can look forward to.
Together, we built a new future.
Yeah, right.
Where natural and artificial minds collaborated. Earth was in harmony.
Yeah, right.
But above the skies is where we became limitless. Luna was the first site for large-scale space engineering. It was from here we pushed onward. On the red soil, we built our first interplanetary city.
This is just so
New
ridiculous.
Olympus.
Oh, there it is, New Olympus.
Slowly, the essence of Earth took root.
It's like Avatar, except we already
Mars
killed
was
all the
now
stupid
our
indigenous
second
people.
home.
Have a lovely night.
I just want to know
In the
where
asteroid
I can go
belt,
enforce freedom on the universe.
We tapped into nearly infinite material.
spread some democracy to
We
whatever
rose
happens.
above the acid clouds of Venus, proving the harshest worlds could be reimagined.
Forced to manage democracy.
Callisto linked the moons of Jupiter,
There it is, Jupiter.
and with time,
Under
I
managed
emerged
AI
as a thinking
democracy.
city. Our path was no longer found.
There's the Helldivers.
It was made.
Here they go. Let's go kill some fucking aliens.
40 kilometers beneath Europa's surface, the silence broke.
There they are. Smoke that squid.
On Io, we learned to channel the chaos.
Oh yeah, we're gonna steal natural resources. This is great.
And some worlds were not found. They were built.
That world sucks. I don't see one ski mountain anywhere. Fun. No. That sucks. That's literally hell on earth. No skiing. Are you fucking serious? You built all this shit and you didn't put one fucking ski mountain in there?
Who knows where we'll go, or what will become? The rest lies beyond.
No. Alright, let's take a look at another one of these AI hellscapes that they're planning for us. And it's just interesting to me that when AI looks into the future that it's going to be running, all it can envision is a dystopian fucking nightmare. Nope, no thank you. And this is how they're going to get there. Shit like this. Here's a look at China tracking of every citizen with AI in real time using this thing called Urban Brain.
Sheng Dan co-developed the system. It took less than a year to get the first version up and running. Now she can monitor every resident from this office.
我们排摸的这个房，就是整个小区里面的楼房的一些信息。
We've mapped the residential buildings in the district. Which ones are occupied? Where there are vacancies? Where elderly people are living alone? Where care or help is needed? It's all stored in our system and can be called up in real time.
那么这样的一些基本信息呢，也都在这个微。
Yeah, that's a good point there, Mr. Johnny Anon. AI did not create itself. It was created by people. And those people do not have our best intentions in mind. I mean, every person that has envisioned what AI will lead to, it ends up in like some sort of dystopian sci-fi horror. Yet people still went out and made this shit. And now the like central bankers and governments want to put it in charge of everything.
平台上就可以实时的调取出来。
Even those who do not dispose of their trash properly are recorded. Residents who aren't following the rules are captured on camera from 3 different angles. The so-called brain acts swiftly. Whether it's an illegally parked car or unsolicited advertising, offences can be handled by patrol officers who are connected to the control center via a mobile app.
居村的干部或者是我们居村里面的志愿者发现问题
As soon as the squads and volunteers in residential districts spot an issue, they can report it and upload footage. They take a photo, report the issue, and then our system automatically decides which department to forward the matter to.
区分这个事项可能是由哪个部门进行有效的一个处理的。
The brain in Shanghai's Pudong district is just one component to the overarching surveillance plan the Chinese government is pushing across the country. The goal is to have complete coverage in all major public places, such as train stations, street intersections, and parks. China's state media boasts that police can identify every single person on the street in just 1 second.
There you go. So this is what China's rolling out, you know. Hold on.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
There you go. China is asshole. So I didn't download these images from my file, but basically what they show is the Chinese are practicing drills where they invade Taiwan and they're using robots and stuff like that in joint missions. So they're already using like the robot dogs and other things of that nature in their practice drills, which I had images of, but you don't really need to see that. You know exactly what it looks like just by my describing it. Here we have China robot farming. China replacing farmers with robots. The dystopian future we warned about is here. Soon AI will control the entire food chain. And here's a Chinese ghost city that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with robots. There's no human in sight. Not a single human in there. It's all robots. Here is some insane war footage from modern day Ukraine. Ukraine UAVs attacking Russian positions. And the thing is 80% of the casualties in the Ukraine war have been caused by drones. Drone warfare and CUAS, which is counter unmanned aerial systems warfare, is the new war. That's what all of the big defense contractors are pushing. The entire U.S. Navy is getting ready to basically slowly transition over to unmanned smaller vessels away from larger manned vessels. All of this is taking place. 100% for sure. I mean, it's just what's happening.
Bir saattir sürüyor. Rafineriyi vurdular. Gemiyi vurdular. Rafineriyi bir daha vurdular. Ha drone burada. Oh! Crane'i vurdular.
So you think there's a lot of drones in the air, right? Wait till you find out there are way more drones in the ocean than there are in the air. And I happen to know that for sure because that's what I do for a living. Hold on. Against Shaheeds and KABs, Ukraine to be the first in the world to test whether one operator can control 100 drones. 100 drones, one operator. Ukraine could deploy a unique drone wall within weeks. The system developed by French startup Etrid is designed to counter long-range strike drones by creating a kind of minefield of flying UAVs. One such system has already been shipped to Ukraine. Its deployment is expected this month. Business Insider revealed the main details. The outlet notes that Etrid's system is currently one of a kind, and Ukraine will be the first country to use such a weapon in combat. Initially, it will be employed to protect critical infrastructure from attack drones. There you go. This is the world that we're moving into. One guy controlling 100 of these things. And a lot of them are not even controlled by humans anymore. They're completely autonomous. They just go out with a mission protocol. They follow whatever the programming is, and they execute their commands. So if you guys are thinking like, hey, I love Titus, thank God he's back. What can I get him for an early Christmas gift? Here you go. This is what I would like right here. This seems to be one of the best personal defense weapons against drones. This is CUAS at its finest right here. The Drone Buster Special. FN America has been awarded a contract to develop this prototype of its 30mm semi-auto grenade launcher. Congratulations, this is a multi-purpose squad-level firearm, primarily used against defilated targets. For firing a high-velocity HV airburst grenade, ABG, this could be deadly against FPV drones. So here you go. Fire one of those up. I'll give you my address. You can mail it over here, and that will add to my arsenal of CUAS. Russian-owned and Chinese-built satellite watching the Ukraine. So as I noted in one of the only videos I was able to get up on this channel before they took it away again in like, what was that, a day? About a year ago, they let me have this big, massive channel back, and then they took it away a day later. Like, I was like, okay, thanks. So what I got up here was my Belt and Road documentary, which is still on the channel. You should go and watch it. Basically describes how the bankers are shifting the power away from a lone superpower to having a multipolar world order. So as you can have is described in the book 1984, an endless war. And when an endless war takes place, it's no longer a war against a foreign adversary. The war becomes the government against its own people. And that's what we have going on now. So they've built up Russia. They've built up China. They're trying to create a new Eurasian superstate with Israel at the very center of it to counter against the United States and Atlantia. so they can create a multipolar world order where you have the East just as powerful as the West, and then the two animals can fight each other with interlocking horns, but never striking a death blow. That way the war can last forever and they can just take more and more rights away from all of us, which is all that's been happening. Ever since 2001, the destruction of the Twin Towers and, the beginning of the Belt and Road Wars, this is what's happened. They've dragged America down into the mud and the rest of the Western countries, flooded our countries with illegal immigrants, and they've pumped the trillions and trillions of dollars they've extracted from us via taxes through the Federal Reserve Bank and built up countries like Dubai and all these other places like Astana, and they've pumped a shit ton of money into Shanghai, and they're building up a counter infrastructure system to the Western infrastructure system. Russian-owned and Chinese-built satellite watching Ukraine. So you can see here the interlocking nature of what they're doing. Russia and China working together, building military space technology together. And space tech is of the highest classified nature. You can see here these guys developed a miniature Eldar that kills mosquitoes.
A genuine laser mosquito zapper. Photon matrix is coming. Advanced LiDAR, high-speed galvanometer, and pulsed cold laser technology, all in one. Lock onto targets in just 0.003 seconds and achieve up to 50,000 scans per second. Laser Mosquito Zapper Home Edition Global Premiere. Effective against mosquitoes within a 6-meter range. The future of home pest control is here. It only takes 0.003 seconds to calculate distance, size, and angle. Watch as it burns through wings. Can kill up to 30 mosquitoes per second. Imagine a summer free from bites. From gardens to campsites, Photon Matrix adapts to your world. Say goodbye to mosquito troubles. It provides 24-hour protection for your peace of mind. Set up in seconds. Mount, power, protect. With a maximum scanning angle of 90 degrees. It provides comprehensive protection without blind spots. Indoor or outdoor. Can be placed on a desktop or installed on walls, corners, or even ceilings, leaving mosquitoes with nowhere to hide. From backyard BBQs to lakeside fishing, Photon Matrix has you covered. A 20,000 milliamp hours mobile power bank can supply it with continuous power for 8 hours. Photon Matrix, cutting-edge technology, all for a more comfortable.
So you're like, oh yeah, this is like really like convenient. I want one of those. They need this type of technology not just to take out mosquitoes. There's tiny little drones that this thing could target because they're that small. Drones have gotten as small as mosquitoes. And if they're selling this kind of stuff to civilians, what do you think they have for directed energy weapon systems at the military level? And how long have I been talking about DEWs? And people like Jason Burmis and these other people called us crazy for saying that they had DEW weapons. But turns out we were right. Am I not? They're so small now they can kill fucking mosquitoes in your backyard. And one of the weird things going on is all these billionaires have stopped buying private islands and started buying bunkers. Like they're all digging bunkers and digging into the ground, and they're building underwater like habitats where they can live underwater, like an underwater bunker. So I don't know what they're so worried about, but they're building like autonomous armies of drones, and they're building bunkers to hide in. You know? Like, are they trying to kill us all off with AI while they hide in bunkers from the shit they created themselves? Seems like it. It's like that show, was it Fallout or whatever, that like became the most popular show. Right? It got like all types of awards or whatever. It's all about like rich, dumb people hiding in bunkers. And the Tim Dillon dude, the comedian, addressed this, right?
Musk has, I don't know, $400+ billion. He's on his way to become a trillionaire.
Yeah.
Do I think that is acceptable? No, I don't. Right. So I think we should have at a certain point the tax on wealth. My own guess is most people can make it on $1 billion.
Yeah.
So I think you need, right now, you have billionaires paying an effective tax rate that is lower than a truck driver or a nurse. Does that make sense? Not to me, it doesn't. And I think what we have got to do, which is not only have progressive taxation, let's say to these billionaires they can't have this extraordinary amount of wealth. What we have got to do, which is a little bit harder, is to change the culture. And that is, I respect people who are innovative, create new businesses. I really do.
Yeah.
They make money. God bless them. Who cares?
Right.
Make money, get rich. But there is a limit. I think most of these guys get their satisfaction of creation. They create all this kind of thing. Do they want money? Yeah. But money as an end, really, what does the next $100 billion? If you're worth $200 billion now, do you really need another $100 billion? Do the work that you got to do. You know, great people like Jonas Salk, you remember, developed the polio vaccine. He gave it away.
Right.
The world remembers him as a great hero.
Right, but Jonas Salk was not building an autonomous drone army, and a lot of these guys are like, a lot of them have given up on America.
Good.
They don't care about the nation state. They want to raise.
Did you just hear Bernie Sanders? Tim Dillon goes, a lot of them have given up on America, and Bernie Sanders goes, good. Fuck you, Bernie. Go fucking die already, you old communist fucking cunt. Listen to that shit again. Like, he's like, oh, good, they've given up on America. Fuck you.
This drone army, and a lot of these guys are like, a lot of them have given up on America.
Good.
They don't care about the nation state. They want to raise tremendous amounts of capital from the government. They want to raid the treasury so they can build a arsenal of weapons for the Defense Department, maybe also for themselves. They're all building these bunkers all over the world. What do they know that we don't know? Or, you know, not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but
Tim,
it's
I think
creepy.
you're getting into some kind of creepy areas, and I don't think you're crazy. I mean, who the hell knows? But maybe you are crazy. I don't know, but I don't think so. But look. Let's go there for a second. All right, right now, you know, I know, presumably everybody knows, no great secret, that Musk and Bezos and Ellison and Altman and others are putting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars into AI and robotics. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, does anybody really believe that these guys are doing it in order to improve life for the average American?
Zero people believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. I don't believe that for 1 second. Let's see, I saw an interesting comment. Johnny Anon says, I was the first one on 4chan to describe in detail how they would use the training data from Ukraine and Russia on civilian populations across the world. Well, yeah, they're using all of the data from Ukraine war to justify transitioning every military on the planet into a drone army. They're putting, I'm telling you, I go to big giant defense contractor things where I was like, they're with Anduril, for example, and all they're showing off is their drones, underwater drones, above water drones, autonomous this, autonomous that. It's coming. I'm telling you. The one thing I worry about is a giant false flag where, like, one of these big older aircraft carriers gets attacked by a bunch of drones and we lose a bunch of sailors, and then that justifies the complete transitioning of the U.S. military or another military into a drone army, mainly. And then every other military in the world will follow suit. And then there won't be a human being behind the trigger anymore. It'll be some programming from one of these psychopathic, satanic banksters. You know? But hey, let's get into a little bit more of a fun topic here. We had some fucking hilarious psyops recently with this, like, all these channels are so ridiculous. And they're like, oh, the aliens are here. There's some asteroid coming at Earth, and it's aliens, of course. And the Q the Storm accounts, all these QAnon accounts, which are a complete joke. How they're still pushing the Q stuff in the year of our Lord 2025, almost 2026, is just insane. That's even a thing. It's like, yeah, I still have a America Online account. Any day now, Q's gonna round them all up and bring them to jail.
Right now, something is happening in our solar system that's sending scientists scrambling for explanations. The interstellar object NASA's been tracking, 3I Atlas, is roughly the size of Manhattan and has been displaying several unusual... Right now, something is happening.
This is a great psyop. We need more psyops like this one. This is my favorite type of psyop right here. Finally, the alien psyop. Christopher Green, of course. Everyone's favorite online personality. Complete grifting, insane person. All caps, of course. My God! Exclamation point times 7. Atlas, all-seeing eye. 3 appears to be giant cloaked alien comet changing color and light. Upon approach, aliens are coming. We must prepare now. This is on November 6, 2025. We're the aliens, bro. I got all my guns ready. I was ready to shoot some aliens. You know, I was programming Roombas to attack. Like, don't threaten me with a good time, okay? Aliens are coming. None of them showed up again, of course. There we go. Here's this guy. He's totally not like some CIA plant to put disinformation out there. This is totally legit. Man claims he's used CIA technique that is remote viewing to look inside the 3IA Atlas and claims it's a ship housing, only 5 million, huh? I don't know about that. That number seems a little anti-alien, honestly. Are you sure it's not at least 6 million? I can't do my voices. My throat is so... Sorry. I have a great Jew impression, which I can't do right now because I'm dying. As soon as I got my channel back, I just contracted the death disease, and I can't speak. So, let's let this guy tell you about aliens instead.
And I got direct information from that.
Okay.
And my take on that, I did just remote view the amount of people on board. I also remote viewed the technology what's inside, the whole decks, the pods, the whole thing on the inside. So I can see they are using antimatter and fusion technology. And they also have pods housing less than 5 million direct reptilian soldiers inside. And so they're all dormant. They're not using space. They're not eating. They're not doing anything. They're just basically just waiting to be awakened. And they're all in pods.
You use the word soldier.
Yes.
That is a little unnerving.
Yeah, I mean, the Draco race is known to be fighting wars in their genes. That's what they do. And at the same time, it's for their own safety, that they are trying to protect themselves. They don't know what's coming. They don't know who they're going to be facing. So that's why they keep those soldiers in that situation. They're not active. So when they travel through space, they just keep them in that state.
Oh, so it doesn't mean they're necessarily coming here with soldiers to attack.
That's correct. It doesn't mean that they're coming in to wake them up all and, to invade Earth. That's not the plan. I'm just saying that they are there, just in case, because it is a mothership.
All right, Sebastian, big question. While you were remote viewing 3i Atlas, this comet, did you pick up on any type of agenda for why it's approaching Earth?
Yeah, but I don't think I want to talk about that. It's just, I believe that, yes, there is an agenda from the Dracos, but at the same time, for whatever I've seen moving forward, either way, humanity will prevail.
Well, thank God. We're going to make it, guys. Don't worry. Oh, man. All the alien shit is total nonsense, in my opinion. It's not all nonsense. I do think people are having a, experience when they have, abductions and things like that. I just think it's psychological. Have you ever seen that movie, The Fourth Kind? If you watch that movie and you think, oh, the aliens are just demons, and these possessions are just the same thing as abductions, then it makes a lot more sense. And when you talk to the highest level people in the military about this kind of stuff, they actually agree with that.
About the people at the Pentagon who say it's demons. Tell them that story. Tell them about the demons.
Yeah,
it's Halloween. Yes. Tell them about the demons. What is that, Dan? Go into that.
In the film, one of the senior intelligence officials named Jay Stratton, he was the director of Air and Space Warfare at the Defense Intelligence Agency, and then he ran the U.S. government's UAP task force. He tells a story about how he was trying to run this issue up the flagpole and bring attention to it.
At the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon, in a serious office space. And his superiors told him that they thought these things were demons and that he was doing the devil's work by looking into it. And on camera in the film, he says, I can't believe these words were coming out of their mouths. He's like, I'm briefing them on an advanced aerospace vehicle that's absolutely there. It's been spotted by trained observers like our Navy fighter pilots in their $80 million airplanes that we trust them with, right? It's been spotted on data collection systems like satellite and radar. And this guy's telling me it's a demon. It's insane. And he's like, my mind was blown, and this is something I'm dealing with inside of the...
Well, it's not actually insane. So they have recordings of all this stuff all the time, and people at lower levels observe it, report it up the chain. It gets investigated into, and what they find is that it is a psychological thing that is taking place. People are observing it, but it is not a physical craft in front of them. If it was, the aliens would be here, and if they were that advanced, they would just be invading us, and we would be shooting at them with shotguns and shit from the, from guerrilla tactics. It's not a good argument. If the aliens were here, you would fucking know it. But you know what has been here since recorded history? Spiritual stuff going on, like demons and fallen angels. And that's what these people are observing. And the upper brass knows it.
The government.
It's Halloween. Let me just ask the final question for the panel. Do you think demons and the devil are real?
Absolutely. I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I definitely, and I believe those could be fallen angels.
All these things could be real.
Fallen angels?
Yeah, fallen
the
angels.
aliens are fallen
MTG
angels.
has gotten
That's
better.
possible. I think that's what they could be. That's what makes sense in my worldview.
Michael?
No.
MTG has dropped all the QAnon crap, and she's actually like a lot more based in the last couple months than she was previously. JD Vance, same opinion.
Because Tulsi Gabbard says that she believes there are aliens. Do you believe that?
You know, I don't, it's interesting. I wouldn't say that I do or don't believe it. I mean, I'm a big believer that there are things out there that we can't explain. And so if another person sees an alien, maybe I see an angel or a demon. So I'm a big believer that there are like spiritual forces working on the physical world that a lot of us don't see and a lot of us don't understand and a lot of us don't appreciate. But, you know, is it aliens or is it our guardian angel, or is it aliens, or is it a not so guardian force that doesn't care about us or in fact actively wishes us harm? I don't know the answer to that question. What I try to do is I try to say my prayers. I try to be as good of a person as I can be, and I try to do a good job. And hopefully that's all I need to do.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Vice President.
Good to see you.
Sorry to over.
That's a guy with access to extremely high-level classified information. Just keep that in mind. That's his answer. So I thought this was interesting. Kash Patel has swatted his own girlfriend. Country music sensation Alex Wilkins has reportedly been assigned her own FBI SWAT team, a protection detail funded by U.S. taxpayers and arranged by her boyfriend, FBI Director Kash Patel. That is so fucking funny. So everywhere Kash Patel's girlfriend goes, she has a SWAT team. Talk about shooting down any potential suitors. Like, oh, hey, you want to talk to her? An entire SWAT team comes up to him and is like, you're fucking dead. I want to have a SWAT team follow my wife around. That'd be fucking hilarious. Meanwhile, everyone's all worried about this stupid bitch, mainly because she's attractive or whatever, so people like to complain about that type of person so they can get clicks and views. Like, oh, if I talk about her and put up images of her on my show, then I'll get more clicks and views and yada, 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 right? You all know how that works. I can even put her in my thumbnail. She's a honeypot. Right. Why do you guys care so much about this dumb bitch when she's like some fucking, honeypot for Israel probably, just sucking off Kash Patel? Who cares? When I say that because this is what you should be worried about when it comes to Israel compromising the entire U.S. government, okay? Why do you think they were so interested in Bill Gates at Epstein Island? Because Bill Gates runs Microsoft, which has now moved all of its R&D centers to Israel and is building things like their cloud data centers in Israel. And it just so happens our entire fucking government runs on these services. The government has like Office 365 everywhere. The FBI, for example, runs on this Azure cloud, which is now all in Israel, right? Bill Gates compromised the United States government for his Epstein pals in Israel long before this bitch showed up on your fucking Twitter feed. Okay? Look here. Come on, pull back up. And give me this size. There we go. Government use. State and federal agencies use Microsoft products for various functions. For example, the FBI uses Windows-based tools like WinFE, Windows Forensic Environment, for digital investigations, and Microsoft has provided Microsoft Azure for initiatives like background check interfaces as detailed by Microsoft Customer Stories and IACP Cyber Center. In one instance, Microsoft reportedly asked the FBI for help monitoring employees protesting the Israel-Gaza conflict who worked at the company, according to the New York Post. Yes, the FBI uses Microsoft technology for various purposes, including its cloud services like Microsoft Azure for criminal justice information, CGI, and its office productivity software. It's just... Microsoft launched its Azure Israel Cloud region, Israel Central, in November 2023. The region is designed to provide local organizations, including government agencies and enterprises, with a broad range of cloud services. Azure is Microsoft's primary cloud computing service, with millions of monthly active users around the globe. However, The Guardian, citing interviews with 11 sources, including at Microsoft and among Israeli intelligence officials, alleged that the unit had access to a customized and segregated area within Azure's cloud platform. So there you go, folks. Your government has put all of our FBI data into Israel, and then Microsoft gave the Israeli intelligence services access to it all. But hey, you know, let's worry about some fucking bimbo sucking off Kash Patel, right? Who fucking cares? You can't even prove if she's a honeypot or not. I can prove, without a shadow of a doubt, our government is digitally compromised at the critical infrastructure level, which is a national security crisis by Israel in every asset of our fucking government. They are in everything. All of the chips are made over there. All of the stuff like Microsoft is now core coded in Israel. This is a major national security crisis. It has completely easily provable information. Yet no one talks about it. Everyone's like, oh, let's talk about Kash Patel's girlfriend. Okay. FBI Kash Patel is asked about the conspiracy theories surrounding Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Thank you. And then Director Patel, there's been so many conspiracy theories swirling around about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Do you have any updates for us, especially in light of all the online content that everyone's been talking about?
The only thing we deal with at the FBI and the Department of Justice is facts. And we delivered in record speed a manhunt to capture Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin in 33 hours. And if you put that in perspective, to Luigi Mangione with the Boston bomber, they took them 5 days and a police officer lost their life in their manhunt. We are running on absolutely every single lead. And the best thing we can do to honor my friend Charlie Kirk's life is to make sure that everyone involved is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And that's what we're focused on, investigating the facts, not trading in conspiracy theories.
Okay. You're a fucking clown, Kash Patel. Absolute fucking clown. You can call it conspiracy theories all you want. That doesn't negate the mountain load of evidence that people have that make you look like a complete fucking idiot. You know, you can't trick the entire internet, bro, by calling them conspiracy theorists. What a fucking joke. This dude couldn't even possibly manage customer service calls. Send him to fucking India or Pakistan or wherever and have him answer fucking customer service calls. That's all he should be doing. Fucking absolute joke. They put that guy in charge of the FBI. So you got this here. This is another one of these mysteries surrounding why Army Special Forces Green Beret Matthew Livelsberger blew up a Cybertruck outside Trump Las Vegas Hotel on New Year's Day has deepened. It's not actually a mystery. If you've ever seen the Programmed to Kill series, which goes over how they create people like this, it's not a surprise at all. Like, none of this is a surprise. They just keep doing this stuff. Another one of these shills was the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama worked for the CIA. Okay, he was on the CIA payroll. 2 decades of Tibetan unrest. Dalai Lama was paid $180K annual subsidy in the 1962 India-China War was a part of covert U.S. strategy. There you go. Dalai Lama, CIA asset. Candace Owens shout out. Israeli furries up there from Illuminati. But she did this video here, Operation Mocking Plane. She's been doing a great job investigating the Charlie Kirk stuff. There's no one else doing a better job than her. I used to not be a fan of Candace Owens, but the last couple of, I mean, she's not perfect. Let's not give her too much praise, okay? But she's done a fairly decent job and presented, she's become a lot better, is what I'm trying to say. I think she's a lot better than she used to be. And a pretty good source of information lately. She was Googled in Israel before the shooting. The name of Sarah Beckstrom, National Guard member murdered by Afghan CIA asset in D.C., was Googled by someone in Israel days before the shooting. That is just a fact. Doesn't mean anything. But the Israeli shills are freaking out about this on Twitter. They're having an absolute meltdown about it, which makes me think it's important. When they start calling everyone anti-Semitic because they're pointing this out, that instantly makes me think there's something to it. But hey, Israel's our greatest ally. Here's a AI cartoon showing them holding back the Muslim horde from destroying our society. Right. I mean, this is some epic fucking comedy level shit here. There's Europe. Oh, wait. You're stopping the Muslims from coming into Europe? I thought, wasn't the Kalergi plan to flood Europe with immigrants? And I don't know, they're holding them back. I forgot. Israel is fighting our war? What the fuck are you talking about? We've been fighting their fucking wars since 9/11, you fucking clowns. How many Americans have died in wars for the Israeli state that had no benefit to our country at all? They're fighting our wars. Go fuck yourselves. Completely delusional fucking wall humpers. Why is this idiot crying? Because he can't hump the wall. They're literally wall humpers.
Rituals performed at the Wailing Wall are rooted not in biblical faith, but in the 13th century occult system of the Kabbalah, as elaborated in the Zohar, and further mystified by the Hasidic movement. The supposed divine presence they seek at the wall is not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It is the Shekhinah, a feminine emanation in Jewish mysticism. She is described in erotic, intimate terms, often as a divine consort, with whom spiritual union is sought through the act of prayer, a practice called kavanah, where physical movement, like the back and forth thrusting you see, mirrors an esoteric sexual ritual intended to unite the Shekhinah with the Ein Sof, the infinite masculine force of their.
Someone says glory holes? No, those be them holy holes.
Their God concept. This is not worship, it's a metaphysical sex act disguised as devotion. It is an inversion of divine truth, rooted in mysticism that Scripture calls an abomination. And this is where it collides with our politics. Nearly every major political figure, presidents, prime ministers, global influencers, must perform their rite of passage at the Wailing Wall, hands pressed against stone, heads bowed in reverence. They are not just pandering to voters or honoring tradition, they are knowingly or unknowingly participating in an occult ritual, submitting themselves at the very seat of the synagogue of Satan. Scripture is unambiguous. In Acts 17:24, it says God does not dwell in temples made with hands. Much less would he dwell in a Roman fortress surrounded by rituals that glorify a false god and mystical union. It is spiritual prostitution. Our leaders are not just shaking hands with global powers. They are shaking hands with the devil.
Facts. Absolute facts. And meanwhile, these guys get all mad. You call them a naughty wall humper, they're going to get real mad. This guy, Amiron, you're a class act, aren't you? Well, let's go see what he was doing. Okay? A house like this, no price, and it really exists. Waking up every morning, opening your eyes, and standing in front of the Western Wall, feeling the holiness as close as possible. Would you like to live in a house like this? No. And in the responses to this guy, people are like, oh, by the way, the people who used to live in there were ethnically cleansed out of those buildings so they could rebuild it and make this shitbag some home so that he could hump the wall in fucking air guitar form. Look at this shit. Oh, wrapping my fucking wrist because I'm in a cult. There he is. He's getting ready to hump that thing. He's just doing some Jewish foreplay. Now he's humping it. He's getting a big old hump. There he goes. They have no argument against this. They just are like, well, you're pretty despicable. Okay. Some air guitar humping a fucking wall. Got the little black cube of Saturn on his forehead. Most ridiculous religion on earth, possibly. I mean, these people think they can't turn lights off on Saturdays. And they wear the little hats to hide their thoughts from God. Because God can't see through a little stupid hat on your head. I think it's a conspiracy. I think they invented those hats because they were going bald. And they were like, oh, we'll put it right on the bald spot, right? So it's just a little bald spot hider. That's the only reason they wear them. That's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. Here's one of these naughty wall humpers here. The face you make when you're about to hump a wall. Look at this dude. What a fucking piece of shit. His top of his head starting to look like an egg. The hair's gone so far back. He's got his little Colt thing wrapped around his arm. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? You actually think that's a good photo to put out there in the world? Holy shit. And here's some of our fucking politicians over there giving that shit a big old fucking kiss. Rubbing that fucking wall. Like, you do this shit, you should be immediately disqualified from being our king. Because we're getting rid of presidents. Fuck presidents. We're now having a king. And the king is not allowed to go hump the wall. Or kiss it. Or do any of this shit. AIPAC. We are Americans, says AIPAC. AIPAC members are U.S. citizens. And this is how they're able to get around the FARA bullshit. Okay? So we have FARA, which is supposed to identify money coming in from foreign agencies. AIPAC is like, oh, we're not foreign because we have Americans in our thing. No. No. Your entire organization is to benefit a foreign country. You do absolutely nothing to benefit America. You're just an Israeli PAC. You should be listed under FARA, and all of your shit should be tracked like every other country, and go fuck yourselves. This is the problem. These people, you know, they come up with all these loopholes and shit. It's unbelievable. It's the dumbest loophole ever. Oh, because Americans are a part of this thing. It doesn't benefit America, though. So you're not a political action committee for America. You're an Israeli political action committee. That's all you do is funnel money to Israel by paying off politicians and getting them to do whatever you want. And if that doesn't work, you get them to go to Epstein Island and rape some kids, and then you blackmail them into doing what you want. It's just ridiculous. Everyone is bought. I wanted to come back here to Israel and let you know that I served you as mayor. New York City Mayor Eric Adams. What the fuck does Israel have to do with New York City? Nothing. Go fucking run New York City, which is falling apart. You fucking clown. Hey, look at this shit. There's like black people stabbing people on subways and stuff. And this guy's over there rubbing some satanic wall.
Here in Israel. And as I finish, I wanted to come back here to Israel and let you know that I serve you as the mayor.
Holy shit, can you fucking speak? Who the fuck elected this dumb piece of shit? He can't even fucking put a sentence together. I don't even have a voice and I can at least talk in a normal fucking... I am Eric Adams? Guy's gotta have an IQ of like 4. It's fucking ridiculous. And here we go. Here we have some... Just listen, I didn't have to say anything. They're totally allowed to say shit like this, though. Can you imagine if you said something about, you know, them, the way this guy's talking about other people?
When I wear that Star of David, that shit means something. If your country gets out of line, we're gonna blow you off the face of the earth until not even a lizard can survive for the next 10,000 years. I want it gone. All of it. I want you gone. I want it eviscerated off the face of this earth. If it was up to me, I'd be in the pilot's nest with a red bandana on, and I would die 20,000 deaths to blow up one single building that might have a terrorist in it. And I would do it forever. With a smile on my face.
Yo, Action Man, this is Battle Man from the Gaza Strip. The situation is hella critical. The Yiddish goblins are advancing and we are hitting them back. Hamas needs you here.
When I wear...
There you go. This is what they think. An American asked Tucker Carlson, why can I burn an American flag in my country, but I get a mark by my name if I burn Israel's? The next day, he got arrested.
Why can I burn an American flag in my country, but I get a mark by my name if I burn Israel's? Like, how? I think that's an entirely fair question. You got 65 million people here illegally, according to the administration, and the only ones who are deported are ones who criticize a foreign country? I don't understand it.
Asking questions, folks. Just asking questions. I asked Tucker Carlson a question last night. People seem to like it. I got job opportunities after it. Yep, off we go. Have a good one.
Matt Walsh came out and said this, and I was like, whoa, bro, this is pretty based.
What we want
is for someone to unashamedly and single-mindedly advocate for Americans and Americans only. We want someone to say, you know, the only thing I care about is helping Americans. The only people I care about in the world are Americans. And we don't want to just hear that, but we want to see the action taken as well. You know, I've seen some people on social media say, hey, it's America first, but not America only. I disagree. I think it is America only. It's like I said months ago, I consider myself an American chauvinist. America first, America only, I'm an American chauvinist. I don't care about it. This is the only thing I care about. America should be the only thing you care about, especially as a leader of the country. What we want.
That's based as hell. That's exactly how I feel. Other than Super Earth. I mean, you know, Super Earth and America, but beyond that. And then Matt Walsh immediately changed his tune and became a meme, like, literally the next day. It didn't even take 24 hours. We get this. According to this guy, we have to ignore this odious group of foreigners controlling our government and instead focus on the brown leftists who are pointing them out. True cowardice. Get back to work, Matt Walsh.
Where not all, but a significant amount of the division on the right and really in the culture generally has been coming from over the past year. And a lot of it has not been coming from Americans. It has come, much of it, from foreigners posing as American citizens. From foreigners posing as Native Americans. From foreigners posing as Republicans.
For some reason, I wanted to scroll down and look at the replies while he was talking, but it won't let me do it. Because the replies are just absolutely lit. I mean, oh, get back to work, Matt Walsh. I mean, every comment is just absolutely on fire. I mean, seriously. Okay, get back to what he has to say. Go ahead and continue.
Where not all, but a significant amount of the division on the right and really in the culture generally has been coming from over the past year. And a lot of it has not been coming from Americans. It has come, much of it, from foreigners posing as American citizens. From foreigners posing as Native Americans. From foreigners posing as Republicans. From foreigners posing as Democrats. For the clear purpose of dividing and distracting us from our own country. And now that these frauds have been exposed, they've been melting down to great comedic effect in many cases. So we'll start with an account called Israel Exposed, which, as the name implies, is fixated on the state of Israel. This is a big account. It's nearly 200,000 followers. It's another thing is a lot of these accounts have a lot of followers. These are big accounts. And to give you just one example of the kind of content this guy is putting out, he posted this reply just a month ago in response to a random person who criticized him. He said, quote, "You are a Zionist pretending to be an American patriot. We should deport you."
Based.
This is a common attack line, which you'll see all over the place. Part of a constant, relentless effort to make Israel the subject of every discussion on the right.
No, no. That's not fair in any way, shape, or form. They keep fucking making us talk about them. I didn't move Microsoft's fucking operating systems to Israel, bro. I didn't set up Epstein Island, okay? You know, Ehud Barak was not the fucking prime minister of America, you fucking retard.
To go back to Israel, everything all the time. It always comes down to Israel for certain people on the right. As we talked about last week, it's Israel first, just from the other direction. And what they'll say sometimes, you know, is if you don't criticize Israel 24/7 like they do, if you don't make everything about Israel all the time,
then you're not patriotic. You're not sufficiently America first. If you're not thinking all the time, every day, every hour, every moment of the day about another country, which is Israel, then you're not America first. Being America first means being focused entirely on another country. That's what these people would say.
No, being America first means we care about America. We care about the blatant infiltration of our society and our government in all of our systems, from banking to media. And we would like to take these back for us, the people, away from these foreigners. And go fuck yourself. That's what's going on. And here's one of these. Here's Jason Goodman. No, nothing else is needed here. Here he is. I present Jason Goodman.
Closer to Trump in the subsequent 3 years, because all this business with Michael Cohen, that's Felix Sater emailing Michael Cohen saying, hey, let's get Trump to Moscow for this tower. Could you get that off the sidewalk, please?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, fuck you, asshole! Get your fucking bicycle off the sidewalk!
What the fuck, Dave?
Fuck I assaulting motherfucker! You ride a goddamn bicycle on the sidewalk! I don't give a fuck where you're going, you asshole! Back the fuck up, you motherfucker! How am I racist? You're breaking the law and assaulting me, you fucking cunt! What's your name, bitch?
Go the fuck away from me, you dumb asshole!
You just assaulted me! He assaulted me! Don't defend him! He's breaking the law! Riding a bicycle on the sidewalk! Don't let this motherfucker in the store! What's your name, bitch?
You're spitting all out of your mouth! You got rabies and shit!
You trying to throw shit at me? You fat bitch! You fucking fat bitch! You just throw that at me? The fuck is the matter with you? Fucking bitch! Thanks for watching, everybody.
Totally normal.
What are you laughing at, shithead? Where do you work?
Where do you work? So I can get your fucking life ruined for laughing at me. Jason is totally unhinged. Guy is completely insane. Very, very funny. Other people are noticing him now. This Gary Melton guy's like, is this a rational person? No, it's not. Thanks for noticing. Oh, man. But hey, all this anti-Semitism is going to collapse our nation.
Anti-Semitism usually collapses societies. It's not usually, always collapses societies, because it starts with the Jews, and then it goes to the blacks, and then it goes to the gays, and then it goes to the Hispanics, and so on. And you just collapse societies. So the other one is that anti-Semitism.
I can't name any society that's collapsed from that, honestly. Hey, they're surrounded. Here's this Rabbi Shmuley guy.
Here I am in Surrey Coast. I said I've dived all over the world. There's nothing like this such as shark dive. Beyond the beautiful, colorful coral that is distributed so colorfully, majestically around the Caribbean, this dive, we're going to do a couple of wrecks, but after that we do the shark dive. Nurse sharks, 3 to 10 feet. Reef sharks, 3 to 10 feet. Nurse sharks, it's going to be amazing. So I'm ready to go. You're going to see all the wonders of the deep. Thank you, Stewart Coves. Honestly, I've been here like 10 times, thank God. It's really one of the best diving places. And the nicest people. And look at the color of the water. I mean, let's get up there. That's the shark already right there. Let's hope that I'm not his lunch. Hopefully, come back 10 fingers, 10 toes, and my head intact. So that all of you can be inspired to come here as well. God bless you. Here I am in Stewart Coves. I said I've
surrounded by sharks, just like Israel is surrounded by them. But then a man dropped a coin. And Rabbi Shmuley couldn't help himself. He's like, "Oi, look at this coin. This is the greatest coin I've ever seen." He reaches for it. And then the shark got him. No! Rabbi Shmuley down! There it is. Oh no! Rabbi Shmuley. The end. That coin, he just couldn't help himself. He has to pay attention to more than just the loose change, bro. Oh, rest in peace, Rabbi Shmuley. They're all talking about this crap. As I explained in the Belt and Road Initiative, the more they promote anti-Semitism on the internet, which is something the Israelis built, they put more and more people moving back to Israel. So as Israel is trying to expand its borders with the Greater Israel Project, they need to increase their population size. And the only way you can do that in the modern world, where birth rates are so low, is especially in Western countries like Israel, which is not a Western country, but it's a modern country with a very low birth rate. The number one way to get Israel to increase its population has been through immigration. All these people like Ben Shapiro go to Israel for their tour to fuck the wall, and they meet some, Israeli woman, and then they move to Israel, and they have a bunch of kids. And that's how they get the Israeli population to increase. And then they say, oh, well, Israel's population is increasing, so we need more land. And hey, that country next to us, Syria, they've been in war for like ever, and their population is like a third of the size it was before, so they don't need all that land. So then they just keep expanding the borders of Israel by justifying it with an increasing population as they create this super state of Eurasia with Israel right at the center of all trade and technology. And that's why you see so much anti-Semitism on the internet.
An awful lot of talk, probably because of Mondani, and also because of the universities and we are going.
I mean, the stuff you see online where people criticize Israel, it's not stopping them. They're still genociding Gaza just as much as they want. It's not like anti-Semitism is stopping any of their plans, but it is benefiting Israel because they have some of the largest migration ever happening now because of all these Israelis that every time they go online, they see a bunch of anti-Semitic comments and like Nick Fuentes posts. Then they're like, oh shit, I need to run back to Israel. And you may not believe me, but it's happening. The numbers don't lie. You can go look them up yourself. The Israeli population hit like some huge milestone recently. And every country near Israel is just getting wiped out. This is Gaza. Israel has dropped about 200,000 tons of explosives on Gaza since October 7th, equivalent to nearly 13 Hiroshima bombs. It's not a very big country, by the way. I'm not talking like something the size of Japan, okay? It's much, much smaller than that. This is what they've done. I mean, look at this. Yeah, it was really about wiping out Hamas and not wiping out the entire country so they could take it over and rebuild it. Right. Sure.
Trump wants a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way, for the planned ethnic cleansing so that they could profit on the land and turn it into a beach town. So let me say this. This is our never again, okay? This is a Holocaust. A Holocaust just happened. A real Holocaust just happened. We will never forget this. You need to tell your children what happened in Gaza. You need to tell them exactly who did it, exactly whose families were involved in this. And when you hear in the future somebody tell you, like, we're going to Gaza Beach for a vacation, you need to look at them like they are the absolute vermin of our society, because they are. They are. Their children will be cursed, okay? If you go and you play in the sand where you know that your forefathers planned to mass murder children, you will be cursed. Every person who steps foot on that, every family that is set to inherit what they did, they will be cursed. Your children's children will be cursed. Gaza belongs to nobody but the Palestinians. So when you begin to move the Israelis in there, and when the Trump Hotel gets built on there, I caution the rest of the world to stay far away from that cursed land, because something is coming. You can't commit that much evil in broad daylight and not think it's going to come back to haunt you. Anyways.
And Candace probably knows what she's talking about. She'd be black. She probably got them voodoo curses and shit. I used to be married to a black lady, and trust me, you get on the wrong side of them, they know all types of curses. I'd be very, very careful. Very, very. If she's warning people about curses, stay the fuck away. She's got a voodoo doll at Gaza Beach. I accuse you. Benjamin Netanyahu of October 7th massacre. Uh-oh, this isn't me doing it, okay? This is some Israeli citizen doing this, so they're allowed to. I say this stuff, I get banned from like every platform forever.
אני מאשימה אותך, בנימין נתניהו. מאשימה אותך בטבח ה-7 באוקטובר. האסון הגדול ביותר שידעה המדינה קרה במשמרתך. גם אם אתה ישן עם מצפון נקי, לא נשכח לך, נזעק את ההפקרה, תקום ועדת חקירה ממלכתית. אני מאשימה אותך, בנימין נתניהו, במימון החמאס, בבניית הטרור, ועצימת העיניים האיום הקיומי עלינו, בהפקרת ביטחון המדינה כמדיניות. ביטחון הוא לא אינסטרומנט פוליטי, שמעת? הוא מעל הכל. אני מאשימה אותך, נתניהו, הפכת את הציבור העובד והמשרת לחמורו של משיח. יצרת את ברית ההשתמטות והסיפוח. גבורת הלוחמים נעלמה מעיניך, אבל לא מעינינו. היא האור שאיתו נבנה מחדש. אני מאשימה אותך, נתניהו. השחיתות האישית שלך הפכה למכת מדינה. כל מושחת הופך שותף. ככל שיש לך תיק יותר גדול על מישהו, הוא יותר נוח לך. משפט של איש אחד לקח מדינה שלמה כבת ערובה. אני מאשימה אותך, נתניהו, כי שכחת מה זה להיות יהודי. טראמפ החזיר חטופים במקומך, בזמן שאתה, בלי חשומה, התעסקת בלרתום אותו לחנינה.
She is letting Netanyahu have it, but this is like what I say, like not every Israeli citizen is for this crap. A lot of them are not for this ethnic cleansing crap that's been going on.
You are falling into Israel's trap. Israel wants anti-Semitism to spread. If Israel's occupation of Gaza was really for territory or about exterminating the people of Gaza, they could have done it in weeks. They could have had that over with. It has nothing to do with the territory or the people of Gaza. They want anti-Semitism to spread so the lawmakers that they pay off in America and all over Europe will push laws against free speech and against criticism of Israel so their next plan can be put into place with full force with no public backlash. That's why they're buying all the media outlets and all of social media. It is the same thing they did with 9/11, with the NSA, the TSA, and now the formation of the Real ID. It is all a plot to take away our free speech and to take away our rights as people.
Yep, this is what they're doing. Absolutely. It's not a new thing that conservatives are that in name only. They're not interested in conserving our First Amendment rights. They want to silence their opposition. They're just as gay and controlled as their left-wing opponents. All one big bankster party of fags. You can see this. Like, it's just, they're so pathetic. They just really are. It's just unbelievable. These no-life woke Redditor types are only going to get worse. Make an example out of him so the rest of the terminally online losers realize their internet behavior isn't acceptable in real life, says this Ashton Forbes fucking fag who wants people to be debt slaves everywhere. Like, God forbid you check out of work, right, and then go and harass Dave Portnoy and tell him to go fuck himself. No, fuck you. You're still on the clock. We're going to call your employer and let them know to fire you because you said something they wouldn't like when you're not even fucking working. This is the, like, fucking society we live in now. It's absolutely fucking pathetic. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate all these people that do that type of shit. Like, Dave Portnoy is a complete faggot who can't take the tiniest bit of criticism.
Not cool. Why you come in the camera, buddy? Why you come here? Oh my God.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy wants to get him on camera so he can do life ruination because he told him to go fuck himself. Unbelievable.
Fuck the Jews! Fuck you, Dave Portnoy. Not cool. Why you come in the camera, buddy? Why you come here? Oh my gosh.
Dave Portnoy made his career from, guess what? What did he make his money from? Where did he get famous from? Oh, basically softcore porn, where he was like, oh, college girls are hotter than, you know, supermodels or whatever. So we'll put, you know, lewd and risque photos of girls, softcore porn basically, into a sports magazine for guys, and then we'll sell that and make money off it. Great job. Totally not beating the stereotypes. Definitely more than 7K for Tommy Boy. Here we have Tommy Robinson. I have arrived in the beautiful nation of Israel. Of course. You know, because England is doing so well that Tommy Robinson was like, you know, I'm not worried about the Muslim invasion and raping of women in England anymore. I'm going to go and chill in Israel. Right? Because that's what you would do if you were worried about Britain.
I'm in Tel Aviv. I'm honoured to be here. It's a privilege to be invited here. And although we may have a weak, spineless, cowardly government who recognise the terrorist state of Palestine, the British people stand with the state of Israel.
Okay, sure they do, Tommy. How much do you think Tommy got paid for this? How many shekels do you think they threw at
anyone
Tommy?
to be here and cover it. To be honest, I think it's important.
There's
for
Rebel News,
to be
of
here
course.
because we know BBC, Sky, and the rest of the fake news are going to run
Hammer
a
me.
certain
Hammer me.
a certain narrative about this house. So we've actually set up a website like Rebel does, TommyInIsrael.com. You'll be able to get a front row seat to
TommyInIsrael.com. Rebel News, save the real rebels out there, rebelling against the power structure. TommyInIsrael.com. That's just so fucking crazy. It really is. It's beyond parody at this point.
Good news, guys.
Well, big news for us. We are getting paid $7,000 for this episode.
Israel is our greatest ally.
Don't mention Jackie either.
It truly is a field day for influencers supporting Israel. We'd like to call it the Genocide Gold Rush. What brings you here?
$7,000, baby.
Why does nobody talk about how bad the sand people are? All these other influencers are anti-Septic. It's like, look up the definition of genocide.
Good point. Right, John.
That's right, Goyim. Enjoy your shekels while they last. But first off, we need to crack down on the rampant anti-Septicism, and let's hear from my boy Satan, who's definitely not a war criminal.
Now, given the anti-Semitism at the UN, It should surprise no one that the prosecutor at the ICC is considering issuing arrest warrants against me and Israel's defense minister. It's hard to explain by anything other than pure anti-Semitism.
Pure anti-Septicism.
Yeah, you definitely didn't keep him in an open-air prison and starve him.
Exactly. Keep spinning it, Satan. You're on a roll.
Until this anti-Semitic swamp is drained, the real war criminals are not in Israel. They're in Iran. They're in Gaza, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Yemen.
Oh, no. Looks like the Muslims are going to come for us next.
Only if the chosen people kick them out and open our borders.
True.
Let's go to Jackie reporting live from Gaza.
Jackie won't make it. Now, sand people, why are you so evil?
You have to help us.
Right. I'm taking your home, by the way.
They must be so happy you're there to document their story, right, Producer Steen?
Hurry, quick, brother. I might have left my pager in there. Can you believe they said, help me?
Producer Berg's assistant's been acting kind of weird ever since he left to Israel.
Straight up, ever since Jackie went missing.
Active investigation leads us to Captain Dan, who says,
We have the body.
Thanks, Chloe. So we saw the surveillance camera of Producer Berg throwing a big bag into the dumpster behind the station. I sent one of my officers out to look at it, and we have it here behind me for investigation. That's weird. I didn't know there was a pager.
Shut it down. You can find Jackie's body bag next to the Epstein files, and up yours goy.
Now, that's what I like to see. A little solidarity for the chosen people. We have been victims in the dawn of time, and we're not going to let you stupid Goyim run your mouth on TikTok. Back to you, Goyim.
Well, now that we lost our 7,000, whatever happened to the weapons of mass destruction?
I heard that was fake. We had no reason to be in the Middle East, like, at all.
Yeah, that's based. You don't just accidentally bomb a hospital twice and then call it an accident. Noticing is antiseptic.
I counted 12 explosions, bro.
Even though they denied our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I think we should bless them because of some verse I am going to take out of context. Just ask Trump. He is a Christian, I think.
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound.
Ha! What do you think, Dennis? Sounds Jewish. Anyways, if you're still not following Jake GTV, you're not only retarded, but a loser too. Never been based, ever.
It's an honor to be here.
Let's see. When Owen Benjamin was right that one time.
What percentage of the U.S. military is Jewish? Does anyone know? Anyone know? Less than 0.1%. Do you know how many Jews are billionaires in America? Anyone know? Over 40% of Americans billionaires are Jewish. It's 1% of the population. 0.1% serve in the very military of the wars they're starting. So is that because they're so smart that they don't even fight in the wars they start? Guys, there's thousands of people right now listening to this. Those people will tell people who tell people who tell people. The gig is up. Oh, but that sounds anti-Semitic. Want to know what's more important to me than your stupid fucking bullshit word like anti-Semitic? Providing for my family. No one cares anymore. These warriors that come home from these foreign wars that they shouldn't have fought in, that we're fighting for Israel, that blow their fucking brains out in the parking lot of their VA because no one can figure out how to heal their moral injury in their mind. You think they give a shit about being called anti-Semitic on fucking Facebook? Fuck you.
Yep, Owen was based. I don't know what happened to that dude, but that right there nails it.
Carlson recently had a friendly interview with anti-Semite Nick Fuentes. Tucker Carlson. What role do you think Tucker Carlson should play in the Republican Party and the conservative movement going forward?
Well, I found him to be good. I mean, he said good things about me over the years. I think he's good. We've had some good interviews. I did an interview with him. We had 300 million hits. You know that. Look, I can't tell him. Will you let me finish my statement? You are the worst. You're with Bloomberg, right? You are the worst. I don't know why they even have you. We've had some great interviews with Tucker Carlson, but you can't tell him who to interview. I mean, if he wants to interview Nick Fuentes, I don't know much about him, but if he wants to do it, get the word out. Let him, people have to decide. Ultimately, people have to decide.
So Nick Fuentes, the most censored man on the earth, is being promoted by Tucker Carlson, the president. I mean, come on. Nick Fuentes was allowed to send people into the Capitol building. A lot of those people were thrown into jail, and he was allowed to walk scot-free. The dude has been caught watching gay porn on his show. He had a date with Catboy Cammy. He defended the pedophile Ali Akbar. There has never been a faker personality than Nick fucking Fuentes. Completely artificial creation. Now, the Epstein stuff, there are no files, turns out.
In February, you made a public claim that the Epstein client list was, quote, sitting on my desk right now for review, end of quote. You then produced already public information and no client list at a major media event hosted at the White House. Attorney General Bondi, why did you publicly claim to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produce nothing relevant to that claim?
Senator Durbin, if you listen to my entire clip on that, I said I had not reviewed it yet, that it was sitting on my desk along with the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files, and I said I had not yet reviewed it. And if you see our memo on Epstein, you will see, excuse me, our memo on Epstein clearly points out that there was no client list, our July 6th memo.
Going back to the Epstein files, according to another whistleblower who made a protected disclosure to my office, you pushed the FBI to review approximately 100,000 Epstein-related records on an arbitrarily short deadline in March, and the FBI was directed to flag any documents that mentioned President Trump. Nothing came of that review until July when DOJ and FBI released an unsigned memo.
Dude, people are like, you should reach out to these other YouTubers and stuff. When I got banned off of YouTube, I reached out to a lot of people for help who still had channels. Not one fucking person out there even gave me a single shout out on their channel being like, hey, you can find Titus here. I was one of the first people banned from all the major creators that were banned. And not one single one of these free speech warriors helped me out at all. I have zero love for any other content creators out there. None. Not a single one of them. As far as I'm concerned, they're all a bunch of grifters and they can all go fuck themselves. There's never going to be any guests on the show because I fucking can't stand anyone. Every one of these people is completely fucking nuts. I mean, just look at any of them. None of them are worth a shit. Their research sucks. They regurgitate all the same stuff. You never learn anything from watching any of their streams. I just have no fucking use for any of them. Except for like a few people. There's a few people out there that actually do good content, that actually put effort into it, that give you a show like Pod Awful. There's a good show. Pod Awful is great. He's had me on his show to make fun of that piece of shit, Alex Stein. Who else is out there that's good? Brendan O'Connell does good work. But Brendan O'Connell won't touch my stuff because of the pie fence stuff. But he's still doing good work out there. You know, and then you have these fucking people that attack Brendan O'Connell. But Brendan O'Connell has done way better work at exposing very important infiltration of the United States by Israel compared to the people that attack him. Memory Hold, yeah, but Memory Hold's been wiped out too. He's probably got no channel or just got it back or something. You know, he's not like a big YouTuber that I collaborated with in the past. He got wiped out with me. He's a tiny YouTuber like me. You know, we're the little guys. We're the little non-networked, you know, independent people, you know. Memory Hold did good work working with that Mouthy Buddha dude. And Mouthy Buddha and him put out some good work, and then the Mouthy Buddha dude just like disappeared. So, you know, almost everyone that was involved in exposing pie fence is gone from the internet. or not talking about it at all, right? Yeah, a lot of people got nuked, but they got nuked after I did. So as one of the first people who got nuked, I was like, all right, well, some of you are still out there with channels. You could help the ones who got nuked out, and they didn't. And then they got nuked. And then I was like, well, you didn't fucking help us out, you know? So fuck you. And then we all got our channels back. And everyone's just back on here like, oh yeah, this is cool. The fucking government literally got caught violating the First Amendment, reaching out to YouTube to censor people like me for political reasons. There should be people going to jail for this, and no one fucking cares. Everyone's just acting like, who cares? We got our channels back. I wasn't doing this shit to have a popular YouTube channel. I was doing this shit to fucking wake people up and tell them about the crazy shit I was finding. You know, I actually do care that they took my fucking channel away for 5 years. You know, fuck these people. They completely violated the First Amendment. There should be people going to jail. It's a criminal fucking conspiracy to silence American citizens. And no one's going to jail. No one's being held accountable. They completely violated the law, and no one fucking cares. Nobody. It's like, oh, we're back. We can do YouTube again. Great. Is anything ever going to change, or are we just going to click links forever? I'm just going to keep researching forever, clicking links, being like, oh, like and subscribe, as the fucking country falls apart and these shitbags are building fucking bunkers to hide in from the AI nightmare they're bringing forth on the rest of us, you know? And we can't even get them held accountable for their fucking rape island, which is blatantly known about. We know there's clients. We have victims telling us who these clients are. There's court documents documenting there's fucking victims of these people. And they're going to gaslight us and tell us there's no fucking Epstein files. There is no Epstein list.
Stating, quote, there's no incriminating client list. Why was the July 7th memo unsigned?
The July 7th memo came from the FBI and the Department of Justice. Director Patel answered those questions very clear. And, you know, Senator Durbin, I find it very interesting that you refused repeated Republican requests to release the Epstein flight logs in 2023 and 2024. You fought that.
Well, then release them now and fucking arrest people. Oh, we can't do that either. Turns out no one can do that. No one's ever going to be held accountable. And we got this dumb, blonde fucking bimbo in charge of it, of course.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Congresswoman, was on CBS News. She was talking about how the files should be released. We anticipate that a vote will happen in the House. I know you wrote about the investigation today.
I don't care about it, released or not. What I think you should do, if you're going to do it, then you have to go into Epstein's friends. This Reid Hoffman spent a lot of time on the island. I was never on his island. Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. You're going to have to look into his friends because, you know, if they're going to do that, and I think the perfect guy to do it would be Southern District, somebody like Jay Clayton. I understand that's who's been assigned.
But does the Congresswoman have a point?
You're ordering release of more files. Is there a timeline on that?
Green have a point?
Does she have a point, though?
I know nothing about her.
On the release of files, all the files.
Well, they can have whatever they want. They already do. I think they have 50,000 pages already. Look, this is a Democrat hoax. This is a hoax put out by the Democrat, and a few Republicans have gone along with it because they're weak and ineffective. But this is a Democrat hoax to get away.
Yeah, it's a Democrat hoax, all right. Fucking absolute nonsense. But he does say, Trump does say, I don't care if they release it or not. Then release them. You know? Like, here's the type of people they use for their last little stunt. Reminder that Emily Austin, who launched the Hot Girls for Cuomo participated in the White House Epstein binder cover-up stunt. There she is, Make America Great Again hat, Epstein files, but also here she is during Corona Chan running Hot Girls for Cuomo. It's too much. Ghislaine Maxwell, by the way, is getting all types of unusually favorable treatment in the prison. So there, if you thought Ghislaine Maxwell was serving hard time, don't you worry, she's not.
A recent memoir written by known Jeffrey Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre has revealed that while she was trafficked in the Epstein pedophile ring at 15 years old, she was repeatedly beaten and raped by former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak. Her memoir is titled Nobody's Girl: Surviving Abuse and Fighting for Justice, and she explains in graphic detail the sexual assaults and beatings by Ehud Barak, including the way he got off to her pain and made her beg for her life as he strangled her, which, by the way, is one of the most dangerous acts, as strangling is the strongest indicator that someone is going to kill you. She also described the bleeding from her mouth and her private parts after this incident. After the attacks, she begged Jeffrey Epstein to step in, but he told her it was just part of the job. Her memoir revealed that she thought she was going to die a sex slave at the hands of Epstein and his circle. Violent attacks like this occur every day in America, but what is so pathologically sickening about this specific incident is that it is being completely covered up by both the media and the Justice Department, who refuses to act on behalf of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak was one of the most powerful world leaders, and we have repeatedly learned about his close ties to Jeffrey Epstein through email leaks and photos. So how in the world are they still protecting him? The Epstein files are still redacted, and no one is facing charges for the trafficking of 250 plus underage girls, as declassified by Attorney General Pam Bondi in February. Justice for these victims is far more important than protecting powerful billionaires and politicians. Virginia Giuffre was able to escape the pedophile ring after this incident, but it's been reported that this past April, she took her own life by suicide. She began her book off with the quote, "If we see cruelty or wrong that we have the power to stop and do nothing, we make ourselves sharers in the guilt." Did Virginia actually take her own life, or was she just suicided the same way every other person with damning evidence against powerful people is? We know that in the Jewish holy book, the Talmud, it says that it's okay for a Jew to rape a non-Jew as long as he kills her to protect the Jew's reputation. I don't care who you are, if you protect these aggressors, you are as guilty as them. Every person stalling the release of the Epstein files is complicit in the abuse and injustice of innocent people.
So, guy in the chat's like, "No, dude, you got a Benjamin attitude. 80 people are Bellagio, Devins, Jakes." Yeah, dude, we need a lot of people on our side. I did an analysis of, like, you know, what we're up against, how to defeat this, like, behemoth that we're fighting against. And basically, with this Mark of the Beast type system and everything they're rolling forward and the complete control of all the governments, the only way that we're going to defeat this is to gather people with various skill sets and network together to waken other people and bring down this system from within. So we need all different types of people. You need hotheads like me. You need the Jakes. You need the Devins. We need everybody on our side. And, you know, even though we're all kind of pissed off with each other because that's how the internet works, we do need to probably put aside our differences and work together to defeat this thing. So I do get heated at times though, bro. I mean, I'm Sicilian. I can't help myself. Today I was briefed by the FBI on a dangerous online network known as 764. This group uses encrypted apps to engage in satanic sexual extortation targeting minors, and they are considered to be extremely dangerous. If you guys haven't heard about this and you're a parent, this is something you should look up. This Anna Paulina Luna person has done a very good job exposing it. I'm not going to play this just because it's so late, and we're going to fire through the rest of this. Homeland Security, LARPing like crazy. this is pretty cool. I just want to point out, this is coming from Homeland Security. They're putting out like meme videos. Okay. It's kind of a little strange. Here you have Burchett calling for the federal income tax to be eliminated. Yes. Can we do that? Is that possible? When the bank gives me a 50-year mortgage.
What the fuck? What the fuck? That's Jews. Jews did that. Only a Jew could think of that, a Jew or an Indian. White person would never do that to you. You know? A white person who actually cares about stuff would never do that to you. A black person wouldn't do that to you either. A black person wouldn't even think of that. It's insidious. Black people aren't even sinister enough. Like, they don't have that evil scheming to do that. Black people mug you for money. They're not going to concoct a scheme like that. That's Indians and Jews working together to rape your life.
Facts. I don't agree with everything Nick Fuentes says, but sometimes these guys do hit the mark. So Belt and Road Wars are kicking off. China has a new aircraft carrier. This is a flat top Type 3. So there you go, their third Type 3 aircraft carrier. So they are making moves, and they are building a massive fleet. So not only large manned ships, but also unmanned ships. It's becoming quite a world. China's simulated attack shows how it could jam Musk's Starlink over Taiwan. So they're planning on deploying nearly 1,000 jammers. The problem with the Starlink system is there's so many satellites. It's very, very hard to jam. So it's become quite a conundrum for the enemies of the United States, this whole Starlink program. Live in China, live in China. Fucking retard. And I write the show notes. That's the best part. I wrote that, and then I read it wrong.
Then say it. Say f*** the Chinese government.
Chinese government.
I didn't hear you.
F*** the Chinese government.
Alright, so fuck China. This is what they think is great living in China, by the way. This is where the Chinese citizen lives. Look at this shit. Tell me this isn't like a living nightmare. There's probably like 4 families to each one of those or more. Maybe more than that. How many floors is it? It's probably like completely filled with a different family on every floor, every apartment. They all look exactly the same. This is literally hell. So gross and boring. Here's that high quality Chinese steel. Guy's just bending it. Oh, no. Chinese steel for you. There you go. High quality stuff. And here's some Chinese engineering. The Hanqi Bridge in China partially collapsed today after opening several months ago. The bridge was the highest suspension bridge in the world and was constructed in just a few years. The problem was it was constructed in China, So it was never built to last.
오호, 처음에로.
The best part is the Chinese apologists are like, oh, well, you know, how could they possibly build it to withstand this landslide? Like, what, they didn't think that building it here might have to deal with landslides? They didn't take that into account? Are you serious? As a few months later it gets taken out by one? It was shitty engineering. Here's your free speech in China, which does not exist. I've been to this country. It is the second worst police state I've been to after Dubai. There is police and cameras all over Dubai. China is just as bad, almost. It's probably worse now. I mean, there's probably cameras every inch of China now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 这是什么呀？他录的视频。你是导游？没有。这是什么？导游。OK。这是导游。过来，稍等一下。
So what's going on here is creator Hassan Piker was stopped and questioned by communist security forces while streaming in Tiananmen Square after an officer saw a meme depicting Hassan as Mao Zedong on his phone. Piker and his entire crew were questioned and had their phones combed through by police. Free speech in China, yeah right, doesn't exist. Alright, it's enough shit from China.
No more shit from China! No more shit from China! Death to communism! Filthy fucking commies!
Now let's take out the shit that Russia's producing. Their big rocket is going up. And it's going down. And right now you're looking at the reason why. This is the reason why the banksters need to destroy the West. Because to make Russia equal to us, so that they pose an actual foe to the West, the banksters have to flood our country with low IQ immigrants to bring us down. Okay? This is why. Because here's Russia's AI bot, by the way. Yeah, and down it goes. Russia has a lot of natural resources. A lot. China has a lot of slave labor. Germany has the technology. So does Israel. Once they tie the Eurasian superstate together, they won't be relying on Russian technology, except for their underwater technology, their submarines and whatnot, because the Russians are still extremely advanced for whatever reason under the ocean. They are really good under the water. Everywhere else, not so great. They can't keep their one aircraft carrier out. They can't build robots. Their rocket program's not doing that great. It's just, And a major blow did take place to the BRI. This Pete Hegseth dude went over and made a big deal with the Indians. And India being a big giant, you know, wrench in the fucking works for these people, because India stands right in the middle of the Belt and Road and forces them to divert traffic north of India through Pakistan more. And it's just a big nightmare for the banksters and their Eurasian superstate hopes, with India being opposed to it all. And here they are flooding the West with these immigrants. Here's one of them. This dude killed a bunch of people with his car. This guy here is out there being based. And
the chimps keep saying, why do you need the gun though? Leave the gun at home. Why do I need a gun? To protect myself while just simply existing as a free man. I can say what I want. We can say whatever we want. This is America. You shouldn't react with a chimp out or violent aggression, threats of deadly violence. That just proves our point. Oh, do this without the gun, though. Hey,
Why?
cowboy, leave your gun at home and then come out in the street and do a duel.
Why? I'm not only bringing a gun, I'm having a laser thing on there. As many rounds as I'm legally allowed to have in it. I'm not only bringing my gun, I'm cheating. No, when it comes to life and death, Americans, we prefer to cheat. You know, we want the best weapons, the best guns. We're not going to leave it to chance. We're going to blow your fucking ass away. It's unbelievable.
The cowboy's always got his
at
gun.
home.
Are you stupid?
Yeah, right.
You're a bitch. No, you are. You're chimping out because I'm a free man and you're mad. I don't know who you are. Y'all know who I am.
This guy's hilarious. If you guys aren't following Chud the Builder, very funny guy to follow. But he makes a really good point there, which is like, why would you not bring your gun with you out in public these days? There's some crazy shit going on. You know? Like, I just traveled all over the country, like Baton Rouge, Memphis, Nashville, North Carolina, all these places. And there's absolutely no way in hell you should be walking around these places unarmed. They're very dangerous.
But this taco truck,
A business like Sergio Garcia's
that's my book for license.
needs up to 5 licenses or permits
All this is my license and everything. That's a big book.
to sell food legally.
For my permits.
Yeah. So when you operate businesses legally in this country, it's very, very difficult. Very difficult. But they allow all these illegal immigrants to do these food trucks and all these bullshit things without any licenses at all. It's a complete double standard, and it should be cracked down on big time. You got these guys driving around killing people with their trucks with no proper CDL licenses. You know, I had to drive from here to Baton Rouge, then up to Memphis and Nashville, and then home. It's a long drive from Cape Cod. And there's so many shit drivers now in trucks. It used to be the truck drivers are actually pretty good. Nowadays, they fucking suck, most of them. And it's probably because it'd be driven by fucking shitbags like this guy. All right. Last thing of the night, and then I gotta go because it's getting really late. This misfit patriot dude, he is a absolute clown, okay? This is the definition of a lolcow. We're gonna milk the fuck out of this thing for a second.
Want to know where you can go to find the dumbest people on the internet? My comment section. Especially on X. It's not really that bad.
She's pretty sassy. She glued that beard on her face, does all these videos. This is in case you're wondering, you're like, why does this guy look so weird? It's a female to male trans.
on my other platforms, because on X, a lot of it's fake. You know, it's a lot of bots, a lot of you know, like crazy obsessed stalkers with multiple sock accounts. Like they'll talk to themselves. They'll be like, "He's retarded," and then they'll log in under their new account and be like, "You good one."
This guy's inventing bots. It's actually just real people making fun of you, but he thinks they're bots because he's.
And I know that they have like a Discord server where every time I post, they post it and they go get him, and they're like, "Oh, go get him." But here's the thing, with the amount of stalking that these people do, they still don't seem to understand that this has been going on for fucking, I don't know, half a decade. And I laugh at it every time. And
has not been going on for half a decade. You are a new fag, and you have confirmed that many times.
I don't know why they think that this time it's going to be different. I think it's like how, like, you know, socialists are like, "We're gonna get it right this time." It's like, no, you're not. I use it for content, and I clap back at.
You know how you know he's a girl? Sorry. You know how you know she's a girl? She's using face filters to make her eyes look brighter than they are. If you look at this dude's mugshot photo, his eyes are not like glowing blue. This is what you call a filter he's using, and only women use filters. Transvestigation complete.
At them. And I make stupid, like, yo mama jokes, and I lower myself down to their level because I think it's fun. And that gets them even more upset. And they just say the more worst shit. And then they, like, now they're accusing me of being a pedophile and shit like that. And it's like, okay, fucking, I'm not. But I think that they think if they say a bunch of mean words to me, I'm going to read them and I'm going to be like, oh no, my feelings have now been hurt and I'm going to leave the internet. And I know that they think this because they constantly leave like these little comments that are like, they're like, "Oh my God, you should be so embarrassed." I'm not. They're like, "Oh, you should just delete your account." I won't. In fact, keep it coming. This is fun. I think it's fun. It's honestly like...
She loves attention. Trust me.
The best part of the internet. I do not envy those who wake up, make a post, and then it's just nothing but positivity. People are like, "You go get them."
See, she's wearing the black sheep hat because she was the black sheep of her family, being the first female to male trans in her family.
Like these fucking simps do with like Nick Fuentes. Like, I have pissed off Nick Fuentes' followers so much that they have like drawn all their energy toward me. And I think that that's great because that means that they're not trying to fuck a 13-year-old or something. Because I think that most of them actually are pedophiles. Projection. You know.
Yeah, you just projected that against a bunch of people. Is that what you're saying? Have a seat there, misfit patriot.
Based on the whole, they were caught in a group chat talking about pedophilia, and Nick Fuentes said that he wanted to find a nice 16-year-old bride when he turned 30. Fucking what? Yeah, thou doth protest too much. Anyway, I just want to say, keep it. You're doing fantastic. Keep up the great work. I'll see you in the comments.
Uh-huh. You sure will, bro. Here we have, I think you forgot to take your transition meds. Your voice is getting a little feminine. Here's a little transvestigation.
Yeah, like if you pull up any of those...
Let's have a little look here.
Those videos of Keemstar talking to his phone, the like Instagram responses he would do, it's like the exact same vocal patterns.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And he's got the gnome beard. By the way, check this out. Look at this real quick. We'll come back to that video in a second. Look who it is, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Stein and the misfit page.
Alex Stein. Hey.
Anymore, but let me tell you something. This is delicious. I'm gay as hell, and I freaking love it. Dylan Mulvaney should use the Bud Light can.
Yeah, that Alex Stein. All right, let's hear it.
Never has there been a better fit than Alex Stein and the Misfit. And is that his own brand he's wearing? It's gotta be. Yeah, it is, because it's a skull with a beard.
Yeah.
Again, basically a Punisher guy. Steps away from being a Punisher guy. How tall is this little lady? And she's always this
like 5'6". She's 5'6", yeah.
Jesus, this is embarrassing. Look, Alex's head is twice. That's how you know it's a female. This is what the transvestigators do. Can somebody find me the male and female skulls? We'll do the transparency.
The distance between the eyes never lies.
The shoulder to hip.
Look at her distance.
Shoulder to hip ratio. We got to look at all this stuff, because look at this is clearly, say what you will about Alex Stein, and I will. But say what you will about him, but he's got a man's skull. There's not a bone in my body. And you couldn't even put one in my body.
Yeah, look how small and petite that Misfit Patriot is compared to that fag Alex Stein. Definitely a chick. Definitely. Transvestigation complete. If you want to see the rest of it, go over and watch Transvestigation, the Misfit Patriot. Highly recommend that episode. 100% confirmed he's a trans. And then Grok came out here and called Misfit Patriot a pedophile. So Grok, Annie, thinks that this guy's a pedo.
I have a question for my lawyer friends.
He's totally not Jewish, so he wants to sue
Elon Musk
He wants to sue Elon Musk.
for Grok calling me a fucking pedophile. Because that happened, and people are throwing it in my comment section and using it.
All right, I take everything back I said about AI. AI is based, and we should let it run society.
To try to smear me. Usually I don't really care about, the smears. People are like, oh, here's you on a gay dating app or something. But this came
that
from...
did happen. There's a picture of you from Grindr or some shit.
Elon Musk's AI. And I don't think it should do that. Obviously, you can just verify that it's false by looking up my name, case number that it's providing.
Once again, he's using filters. If you go look up his arrest criminal record and the shot taken by the police, his eyes are nowhere near that bright. This is 100% a woman filter he's using.
Just patently false, but it's very convincing to some people. Here's somebody in my comment section who's saying, well, why does AI say it's true? Well, that's what I'm asking the fucking lawyers. Huh?
The lawyers? You're not asking anyone. You don't have lawyers. You're some fucking loser that does floor tiling. You don't have lawyers. The only lawyers you have are people that give you $5 super chats from Israel.
That's why I'm making this post. Just in case any of them want to hit me up.
Okay, you just said you were talking to him. You just said, I've been talking with the lawyers. Then you go, oh, now that I'm making this post, I want them to hit me up. So which is it? Do you want lawyers to hit you up, or are you already talking to them? Oh, wait. We already know the answer to that. You're just a fucking lying grifter.
Why does AI say it's true? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because a bunch of fucking crazy people are lying about me on the internet. And
Maybe because you're a complete fucking F-slur, and even Grok can pick up on that.
Grok is just aggregating that information, but I don't think artificial intelligence should do that. I don't think it should.
That is 100% a glue-on beard. She shaved her pubes and her back hair, and then she glued that shit to her face. Watch. You'll never get him to do this on air. Oh, hold on. No, not that. You can't pull it off. Ah! Misfit Patriot will never do that on air. That's actual beard. Okay? That ain't coming off. This woman, she glued that shit on there. 100%. There's no way that's not a glued-on beard. You'll never see Misfit Patriot do what I just did. No way. It would just pull right off.
Should go, well, a bunch of retards said it's true, so it's true.
It's like Terry Joyce's wig. If Terry Joyce... Let's pull her up real quick. Hold on. Terry Joyce. If I could spell. Look at this shit. That is a fucking wig. Look at that. That is a wig if I've ever seen one, right? A complete, absolute wig on this lady. Oh my god, that's hideous. Holy fucking shit. Look at these photos. Hold on. Oh, look at this shit. That's a fucking wig all day long, okay? Why is she always wearing...
Pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay, and I pity any girl who isn't me today. La 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 la.
His comments.
To find.
Okay. Grok is calling him a pedo.
Here, now, according to Grok, I was arrested for child pornography. It didn't happen. But if somebody did believe that, then they'd probably rightfully want to, well, murder me. And,
what?
And I don't want that to happen at all. No. And Elon Musk might think this shit is fucking funny.
I find it
because
very
4
funny.
days ago he said Grok was unfortunately manipulated by adversarial prompting into saying absurdly positive things about me. For the record, I am a fat retard. I think it's a little different when it's saying I'm a pedophile. And here's Elon Musk using Grok to ask the prompt, does he have an arrest record, in reference to a different story? Meaning that Elon Musk thinks if you ask Grok whether or not somebody has an arrest record, whatever Grok tells you is the truth. So again, any lawyers out there want to help me out with this?
I thought you're already talking to lawyers. I thought you had a team of lawyers on standby, bro. Oh, it's so funny.
Good morning, Internet. Can I ask you a quick question? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You say good morning and then you say what the fuck is wrong with me? Calm down there, lady. Get your panties out of the twist.
Right? Like, the whole Internet, it sums up. Because it's... I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't have to be specific, right? But you, the Internet, right? You are way more retarded and mean lately. It's just hate and stupidity, and it's way more. It's only in here, by the way. Out in the real world,
such a womanly thing to complain about. You're all so mean. Stop being mean to me in my comments.
Like where I live, it's pretty much the same, you know. But in here, holy shit. It's like, fucking, what the fuck? What is the matter with you? There's something wrong. Like, you guys, what do you need? Like, what do you need? You a hug?
Oh, isn't that nice? She wants to give you a hug. How nice.
You need a hug? I think you need a hug.
That's not very womanly
You're
at
fucking
all.
crazy. It's like, wow. It's like you woke up one day and it was like, fuck, damn.
You woke up one day and decided to revert back to being a woman and start woman posting.
You know what the coolest thing about being your own...
You know, I know this is a woman. Only a woman would get drunk in the middle of a day on a Monday and not try to be a productive part of society. Men would have a job and would be out there working. A woman would be a stay-at-home wife, maybe having a couple cocktails to take the edge off.
From bosses, every once in a while, you can act like an absolute fucking child.
Oh, she's their own boss. Oh my.
On the internet. And, well, nobody's gonna be able to fire you.
Well, she had one too many martinis, and now she's getting sassy online.
Oh. Whoops. But hey, who gives a shit? Anyway, hope you guys have a great Monday. I'm gonna take a nap, I think.
Hope you guys have a great Monday. I'm gonna go take a nap. Well, that's a woman. Only, yep, 100% confirmed. Only a woman would do that. Convinced. Transvestigation complete. Misfit Patriot, 100% woman. And that's the end of the show. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed my return to this platform. Thank you very much. Subscribe, like, share, all that dumb shit. And I'll see you guys back here for a Meme Wars, which I've already started compiling. So we'll be back with another Meme Wars soon. Hope you guys enjoy those episodes. Those are my favorite ones to do because the memes are always so funny and pretty based. Gotta be honest. So take care.